What if I told you that the very act of chasing your desires is exactly what's keeping them away? The harder you try, the further they seem to slip. But what if the key to getting everything you want was to do nothing? Sounds impossible. That's exactly what Neville Goddard taught. And once you understand this, your reality will never be the same. Think about it. How many times have you wanted something so badly, only to watch it drift further from your reach? Meanwhile, the things you don't care much about seem to show up effortlessly. That's not luck. That's a hidden principle of manifestation at play. And if you don't understand it, you'll keep struggling, wondering why things aren't working for you. But here's the good news. There's a way to flip this dynamic instantly. When you shift from wanting to knowing, when you stop chasing and start assuming, reality begins to align in ways you never expected. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to step into this effortless flow and let your desires come to you, without struggle, without doubt. Before we dive in, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a powerful insight on manifestation, reality creation, and Neville Goddard's timeless wisdom. Now, let's unlock the secret that changes everything. Reality is not something that happens to you. It's something that mirrors your inner world. Every thought, emotion, and belief sends a signal that the universe reflects back as your external circumstances. If you constantly focus on what's missing, you reinforce its absence. This is why people who obsess over money, love, or success often feel like they're always chasing but never arriving. The more you push, the more life mirrors that feeling of struggle. Think about the last time you desperately wanted something. Maybe a job, a relationship, or a specific opportunity. The harder you chased it, the further it seemed to slip away. That's because desperation signals lack. On the other hand, when you don't worry about something, it often appears effortlessly. Ever noticed how unexpected money shows up when you stop stressing over bills? That's reality responding to your inner state. Neville Goddard's core teaching is that your external world is a projection of your inner assumptions. If you assume life is hard, it will be. If you assume opportunities come easily, they do. This isn't wishful thinking. It's how consciousness shapes experience. The world doesn't respond to your wants. It responds to what you accept as true. Shift that and reality shifts with you. So, what's the first step? Awareness. Pay attention to the way you think about your desires. Are you affirming their presence or reinforcing their absence? The key is to recognize how your internal state is shaping your reality. The moment you understand this, you regain control over the script of your life. And once you master this perspective, everything else starts falling into place. Manifestation isn't about forcing reality to comply. It's about stepping back and allowing it to unfold naturally. The moment you stop clinging to an outcome, you free up space for it to arrive. When you desperately seek results, you emit the energy of lack, which keeps your desires just out of reach. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about trusting that what you want is already on its way. Think about how easily things flow when you're not overthinking them. Ever lost? Your phone searched everywhere and only found it when you finally stopped looking. That's the paradox at play. The same applies to money, relationships, and success. The more you chase, the more resistance you create. But when you relax, you allow reality to bring it to you effortlessly. Neville Goddard taught that faith is the bridge between desire and manifestation. When you truly believe something is yours, you no longer need to obsess over it. You don't check the mail every hour for a package you know is already arriving. You simply wait, knowing it's handled. That certainty is what transforms desires into reality. Letting go is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. Start small, release attachment to minor things, and observe how they come naturally. Once you see this principle in action, It becomes easier to apply it to bigger manifestations. The less you need something, the faster it finds its way to you. Neville Goddard's most powerful teaching is simple. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Instead of wanting something, embody the version of yourself who already has it. When you shift from desiring to knowing, reality rearranges itself to match your inner state. This isn't about pretending. It's about deeply feeling that your desire is already yours. Think of how confident you feel about things you take for granted. You don't question whether the sun will rise tomorrow. You just know. That's the same level of certainty you need when manifesting. If you truly believed your desire was inevitable, how would you act? What would you think, say, or do differently? Align with that energy, and the outer world will follow. The biggest mistake people make is waiting for proof before they believe. But reality is a mirror. It reflects back what you assume to be true. If you constantly check for signs, you're reinforcing the idea that it hasn't happened yet. The key is to live as if it's already done, without needing external validation. 1. Way to practice this is through visualization. Close your eyes and feel what it's like to already have what you want. Don't just see it. Immerse yourself in the emotions, the details, the certainty. When this state becomes natural to you, reality has no choice but to catch up. Wanting something keeps it at a distance. The more you want, the more you affirm that you don't have it. This is why obsessing over a goal often delays it. You're stuck in the energy of lack. The shift happens when you stop wanting and step into knowing. Knowing is powerful. It's the difference between hoping for a miracle and expecting one. Think about ordering food at a restaurant. You don't keep asking the waiter if your order is coming. You just sit back and wait, trusting it's on its way. The same applies to manifestation. When you truly know something is yours, you no longer stress over it. That confidence allows reality to move in your favor. Neville Goddard taught that faith isn't about forcing belief. It's about accepting your desire as already real. If you had your dream life today, how would you think and behave? You wouldn't obsess over how or when it would arrive. You'd just live in alignment with it. That shift changes everything. Instead of wanting, start assuming. Walk, talk, and think like the person who already has what they desire. The more natural it feels, the faster reality catches up. Knowing attracts, wanting repels, the choice is yours. Ever noticed how the things you care the least about tend to show up the fastest? That's because you're not blocking them with doubt, stress, or over-attachment. When you're relaxed, you allow reality to flow naturally. But when you obsessively try to control outcomes, you create resistance, and resistance delays manifestation. Think about friendships. The people who are desperate for attention often push others away, while those who are confident and at ease naturally attract connection. The same principle applies to money, opportunities, and relationships. The less pressure you put on something, the easier it finds its way to you. Neville Goddard emphasized that manifestation is about alignment, not effort. You don't have to chase what is already meant for you. When you step into the mindset that life is working in your favor, things begin to unfold effortlessly. You move from force to flow. So what's the fix? Let go of the need to control every detail. Trust that what you want is already making its way to you. The more you relax, the faster things happen. Reality responds to ease, not struggle. Once you've stepped into the energy of having, the next challenge is staying there. Many people slip back into doubt because they look for proof in the outside world. The moment you start searching for signs, you send a signal that you don't fully believe. And when doubt creeps in, you slow the manifestation process. Imagine planting a seed. You wouldn't keep digging it up every day to check if it's growing. That would only disrupt the process. Manifestation works the same way. Once you set your intention, Your job is to trust. Constantly checking for results is like telling the universe, "I don't believe this is really happening." Neville Goddard taught that the key to receiving is to make peace with uncertainty. You don't need constant validation because you already know your desire is real. If you truly believed in your manifestation, would you still feel anxious about it? Probably not. You'd move through life with quiet confidence. So how do you stay in this state? Shift your focus. Instead of fixating on whether your desire has arrived, find ways to enjoy the present moment. Gratitude, hobbies, and self-trust are powerful tools. The more at ease you are, the more effortlessly things flow to you. There's always a gap between setting an intention and seeing it materialize. This isn't a test, it's alignment. But most people panic during this waiting period, doubting their manifestation and undoing their progress. The truth is, impatience signals disbelief. When you truly trust that something is yours, you don't stress over when it will arrive. Think of ordering a package online. You don't refresh the tracking page every 5 minutes. You just know it's coming. The same applies to manifestation. When you live in the energy of certainty, the waiting period becomes effortless. You stop questioning, "Where is it?" and instead enjoy the process, knowing it's already done. Neville Goddard emphasized that the time delay isn't a problem unless you make it one. If you constantly shift between belief and doubt, you create unnecessary resistance. Your job is to remain steady in your assumption, even when there's no visible proof yet. The less you worry about how and when, the faster things unfold. So, what do you do while waiting? Keep living. Stay engaged in things that bring you joy. The more relaxed and fulfilled you are now, the easier it is for your desires to manifest. Time is only an obstacle if you let it be. A common mistake in manifestation is pretending instead of embodying. Acting as if doesn't mean forcing fake confidence or lying to yourself. It means shifting into the mindset of someone who already has what they desire. The difference? True detachment versus desperate effort. Think about someone who's naturally wealthy. They don't stress over money or constantly check their bank account. They move through life with an inner assurance that money is always available. That's the energy you need to cultivate, not pretending to be rich when you're struggling, but shifting into a deep trust that abundance is already on its way. Neville Goddard taught that detachment isn't about ignoring your desires, it's about releasing the need for them. The moment you stop chasing, you align with the version of yourself that already has it. This subtle shift in identity is what brings manifestations to life. Instead of forcing belief, ease into it. Ask yourself, if my desire were already fulfilled, how would I feel? How would I act? Let that version of you guide your daily thoughts and decisions. When this state becomes second nature, reality has no choice but to reflect it. The final step in manifestation is accepting the silence before the breakthrough. Most people lose faith when nothing seems to be happening, but that quiet period is where alignment takes place. Just like a seed growing underground before it breaks through the soil, your desires are unfolding even when you can't see them yet. Neville Goddard emphasized that your assumption is what solidifies reality. If you waver, doubting, checking for signs, or needing external proof, you disrupt the process. The key is to hold your belief steady, no matter what. When you truly accept your manifestation as done, you stop questioning and simply live as if it's already yours. Think about a moment in your life when something unexpected worked out perfectly. At some point, you let go of the worry, and then, seemingly out of nowhere, everything fell into place. That's how manifestation works. The more you trust, the faster it locks in. So, what now? Keep moving forward with quiet confidence. Stop looking for signs and just be the person who already has what they want. When you master this, reality won't be able to do anything but match your certainty. So now you know, the more you try to force reality, the more you push what you want away. The secret isn't in chasing, but in allowing. Most people live in a constant loop of wanting, searching, and doubting, never realizing that their own attachment is what's keeping them stuck. But you now have the key to break free. Take a moment to reflect. Where in your life have you been resisting instead of allowing? What desires have you been chasing instead of embodying? The moment you shift into the state of knowing, everything starts falling into place. The universe isn't testing you, it's waiting for you to finally believe. And here's the challenge: will you apply this, or will you keep repeating old patterns? Will you trust the process, or will you let doubt hold you back? The choice is yours, but once you master this, life will never be the same. If this resonated with you, drop a comment below and let me know what manifestation you're ready to receive effortlessly. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another powerful lesson in manifestation. Now go out there and let it happen.